Continuando Starfield, jogando no Xbox Series S, explorando o espaço, parte 10. Vou tentar dar uma olhada aqui se teve alguma atualização. Teve. Kingdom Come de... sei lá o que. Deliverance, acho que é isso que fala. Quatro fica. Esperar atualizar esse jogo, senão vai ficar lerdo. Depois. Se abrir um outro jogo com isso daí atualizando, ele fica lerdo. Mesmo que o jogo não tenha online pra fazer a instalação. Três minutos? Vai demorar. Esquece. Da vanguarda deve estar quase no final. Eu acho que a facção dos piratas eu vou deixar por último. Aí eu faço a da facção empresarial. Depois que eu terminar da vanguarda, faço piratas e eu acho que é dos operadores. Aí eu faço de novo a DLC. A primeira DLC. Teve alguma coisa? Tricks? Vamos dar uma olhada. Tricks, aliança, alguma coisa assim. Ah, isso aqui já tem. Também eu acho que é a única que eu tenho. Minha biblioteca. Eu comprei essa de New Crew. Essa da aliança foi resgatada com os pontos que ganhei quando comprei, fiz o upgrade da versão Premium. Isso daqui não tem nada demais, isso daqui já era gratuito. Desvincular. Eu não tenho os bastão de combustível nem adianta. precisando de um planeta que tenha chumbo. Mercúrio e prata. Bancada industrial tem dissolve. Ah, tá aqui a máquina. Cinco de energia. Vamos colocar perto da outra. É líquido? Industrial. Carga entre os sistemas. Entrada de carga, não tem nada aqui. Ih, merda. Acabei de fazer merda. Entrada. Tem mais um para fazer vínculo de carga. Prata. Bolsa dá o quê? Eu tenho que descobrir fazer mais um posto num outro planeta nessa região, senão não adianta fazer o vínculo de carga. Urânio, níquel, cobre. Terminando de fazer o vínculo entre esses dois planetas. Aí já vazo daqui.
I hope we are not short on any supplies. We won't find much here.
Eu marquei cobre e desci onde tem frio. Faltou ferro, vou ter que buscar ferro. Tem que fazer fé, buscar fé e estrutura adaptativa. Assentamento 1. Bar 4. Às vezes as estruturas adaptativas é problema.
Hi, Captain. Good to see you.
Já pego o ferro e já coloco no depósito da nave. Vamos ver se dá pra mandar direto. Dá. Não, já zerei o inventário. É só fazer a viagem rápida. Exagerei. Extrator de cobre. Toda essa região dá pra colocar. É cobre. Isso daqui é 5. Vamos ver. Esse é o de saída. Cadê? Faltou o tungstênio. Aí fudeu. O tungstênio tem que é o principal. Vamos ver tungstênio. Aqui tem. Hélio é o de menos, Hélio eu procuro depois. Eu tenho algum lugar que tem hélio. Ai. Só tem que achar pelo menos uns 2 ou 3 pra ter certeza que não vai faltar. Água. Deu sorte para a Sassi também se assou primeiro, depois não. Sumiu tudo. Níquel. Deu. Tô olhando até o planeta errado, tava olhando. O Hélio, se não tiver enganado, tá na parte 3.
You sure about this stop, Captain? Looks pretty dead out there.
Se tiver alguma coisa aqui. Tem. Carga compartilhada. Só fazer a viagem, vai. Voo 4. Eu tava até passando no lugar. Não, é aquele mesmo. Compartilhado. Hélio. Tá certo. Entre os sistemas. Aí, conquista. Conquista de 5 poços avançados, cargas interligadas. Pronto. Peguei a conquista dos pontos avançados interligados. Dá pra extrair mais alguma coisa aqui ou não? Fui. Uma conquista a menos. Frio eu acho que é líquido. Não. Ah. Vai ter que fazer um armazém pequeno, então. Dá pra fazer mais viúva? Não. Faltou. Vereador. Quatro não dá, tem que ser 5. Vamos fazer uma casa para passar o tempo aqui. Que depois dificilmente vou voltar para cá depois. Só vou voltar para pegar material. Ou mandar para o outro interposto. Faltou sumo, esquece. Vamos fazer o sofá para passar o tempo. Ou não. Não, esquece. Vamos voltar para a missão. Isso daí vai depositar no outro interposto.
This is amazing. We don't have landscapes like this where I'm from.
Depois que você aprende a fazer os postos avançados interligados, você começa a prestar atenção, você aprende a fazer eles, não tem mistério nenhum. Coletar 500 recursos orgânicos, modificar 50 armas, segue no nível 100. Então falta 3 conquistas do jogo base, que seriam os 1000 Z reais.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this?
Tudo pronto.
Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready. Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old ship.
shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
What? That creature.
Exterminator.
Largato, 90. Tá não de ré, infeliz? Teramorfo? Não, acho que tá pequeno pra teramorfo, é outra coisa. É até morfo mesmo, mas estava bem pequeno.
I'd like to take a look at that under a microscope.
Mais. Carregou na hora que finalizou.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures.
Suprimentos.
I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
É, aqui não tem mais nada não. Tu conhece esse peso já? Não. Não tá com esses pesos, mas tá quase. Ah, tá adicionado.
Open fire!
Esse é dos fortes. O robô tá caindo quase do meu lado.
All Asile's samples collected.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser and
Samples
let's get out of here.
secure.
Nice work. Now,
Vamos que vamos.
earlier scan picked up a valid terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you...
Ó,
That's right. Kaiser,
a
how did you
AD
know
tá
that?
bugada no ar.
Not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
A AD agora tá levitando.
Our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Quanto mais você joga jogo de mundo aberto, mais bug você vê.
Kaiser,
Gozado que aqui também tá congelado as coisas.
this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
E ainda tá com
You know, no one even
voltou pra
realized
roupa
it was a
normal.
living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. A real marvel. All these leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
Taking damage.
É imortal o bicho? Levou um raio laser e não morreu?
What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only. What's happening? Captain, are you seeing this?
Olha o tamanho do bicho. Esse é dos grandes.
Oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs. You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets.
Nada natural deveria conseguir fazer isso.
I am sincerely inclined to agree, but current evidence suggests nature manages it just fine. The Lazarus plant. It's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, does this... Could someone have set that up?
Nem sei o que pensar no momento.
don't catch that thing, get after it!
We may proceed.
Go!
We can take
Mais
them.
treinamento. Essa arma tá forte pra caramba.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this.
Fibra.
Percival, Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here? Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant and realized the ends it could be put to. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one. It couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terramorphs. These attacks. I think someone planned them to set all this in motion.
Acho que é possível.
A plant this rare showing up unbidden on two different UC planets. I think it's more than just possible that human hands were involved here. But it doesn't answer any of the big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Estelares.
I sure as hell hope so. Because someone's got a lot to answer for.
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport.
The entrance is this way.
Vamos ver, seguir robô.
I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
Acessar a parte de cima.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
Kit de lesão. Kit de lesão os caras dá pra caramba, mas é o kit que você menos tem utilidade.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required.
And we do that. Ah, Captain. I think I see it.
Tem um cartão aqui.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral! It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility. Other than our casualties, yes, sir. Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible. Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things. That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk.
Obtém a gravação.
They Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he? The recording said it all. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He was
Comandante numa situação difícil.
He decided to sentence his own soldiers to death. What kind of commander is that? But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was protecting us all, taking the secret to his grave. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared.
Mentir.
That's exactly right. Let's move. The settled systems are counting on us.
Pronto. Vamos vazar daqui.
Kaiser, try it now.
Vai, robô.
Successful.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled.
Se eu pegar isso daí, vou ficar com excesso de piso. Chegamos. Agora vai. Noventa e quatro. Bobear minha outra arma, acho que é mais forte do que essa.
That sound! What is that?
That thing is propulsion powered shuttle.
Vai dar nem ingresso.
They're not coming out.
Miniatura agora.
Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Pronto.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Daqui é grande mesmo, esse telemorfo. Vamos ver se é nesse planeta ou é outro lugar. Voltar pra base. É aqui ainda.
Didn't get eaten, huh? Good for you.
Tem escada, mas cadê os acessos?
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion. Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Bay Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
Mentir.
No ghost is that clever.
But it's clear someone knows about the plant and realized what ends it could be put towards. Captain, we need to get these samples back to the lab and verify we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. But in the interim, do you think you could look into what we uncovered? See if you can turn up any information on who might have committed the attacks?
If it were me, I'd start at the scene of the crime. New Atlantis.
Vou investigar.
Thank you, Captain. Once you finish your investigation, we'll meet you outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to hear this. Take care of yourself. No telling who might be involved.
20.000 de recompensa? Passou raspando no excesso de peso. Pesa 15,30 kg. Isso daí é 4 kg e pouco. Não pesa quase nada. Ah, tô andando com essa arma também. Andar com duas armas pesadas e vai extrapola o peso. Só a roupa é 14 kg. O teso espacial. Tem umas gambiarras que eu nem sei aonde foi que eu peguei.
The New Atlantis skyline is just gorgeous at sunset.
You will be scanned as you enter the city, please. Okay.
Dealing in art is more exciting than one would think.
O poço. Cardápio.
It seems like a small decision, but they all add up over time. Hello there,
Quase 500.000. Vai subindo aí, quando tá subindo, manda descer.
You must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
Estelares.
How could you know? You're telling the truth, aren't you? You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. Not a bad thought. But no. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. It's easy to judge now, but the Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. In that moment, I wasn't about to add another dangerous variable to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely
Tudo
hero.
arquitetado de dentro da prisão. Só sua equipe de limpeza.
Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. Precisely. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. much to the cabinet. Tell them that it was our lays, and our lays alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
O Ganha tinha culpa do Orlas.
Splendid. Then I won't keep you. You've got important work, after all. Here's to a bright future.
Pronto. Laceador, efeito de sangramento no alvo, tiro extra, mais 30 de dano contra alienígena, por isso que arregaçou aquele bicho. Essa arma, fizer uma zupada nela, fica melhor ainda. Gabinete da câmera.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
Mentira.
Orlays? Reginald Orlays? He did this? I didn't think he was still alive. You're sure it was him?
That's some impressive work. So then give us the rundown. Where's Orlays now? Were you able to bring him in? I see. It would have been good to be able to question him, but I've been in those situations. I'm sorry you had to go through it. Any idea why he might have done it? Or what he was doing with the plant?
Mentira.
Aha, that makes sense. Plenty of abandoned tech for an old warmonger to pilfer there. Instead, he stumbles on the plant and finds the perfect way of getting back at the UC for trying to put him on trial.
Decides to use the plant against the people that destroyed his old life. I can see that. Well, at least he won't be able to hurt anybody else now. Might be the best we could ask for, given the circumstances. So I guess there's nothing else to do but get this all in front of the cabinet. Unless there were other things we needed to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the terramorphs. Then here we go.
Próxima etapa da reunião.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence. but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
My God.
An attack? Using terrormorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
Mentir.
That appears to be the case, ma'am. The captain tracked that information down just after our trip to Londinian.
Reginald Orlays? Wasn't there a report he'd been killed recently?
Body was found floating around Etheria. Vanguard said the captain was spotted in the area not long before Orlays was found.
Was this your work, Captain? Did you have any suspicions at the time Orlays might have been involved in the attacks?
Feliz coincidência.
Well, it appears you were ahead of the curve. This report contains definitive evidence Orlays triggered the attacks via this Lazarus plant the captain and Major Sanan uncovered.
Simply heroin.
Indeed. Though it would have been preferable that Orlays be brought in to face justice, you are to be commended for stopping him before he could strike again, Captain. You have our thanks. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches. The three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President. Tell the Freestar Collective. Wow. So they have another tool to utilize against us?
I'm in agreement. I fail to see the value here.
That is an interesting idea. A grand gesture, showing definitively this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past.
So, you want us to make nice with the Collective by sharing our state secrets?
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a weapon again.
That does sound worthwhile, Chief Kulkarni. Very well. We'll get the Collective involved in the management. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've had a few discussions, but our group is similarly split. Only the captain has yet to weigh in.
Eu decido.
Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day 1 for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you 3 the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Pronto. 27. Sai da minha frente, meu.
Informed us of your new status. Congratulations on making class
Pegar o
1.
metrô. Vamos fazer essa? Acho que tá aqui. Nós chegamos nos 500 mil.
Hands down, the best pilot in this dump. Of course not. Otherwise, I'd have been promoted. Are you
Eu
able
tinha falado isso com ele.
just like that? I'm not gonna forget that you... Okay, you're gonna wanna just bring back... You kidding? Wait, I mean, this Vanguard thing? Before you know it? Okay, then.
Eu já tinha falado com ele uma vez, só teve que subir pra fazer isso de novo e voltar pra ver.
Colony space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. All right, we're done. You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. No need to thank me. You brought this all on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
12.000?
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you? Suppose that's true. Well, we can remedy that right now. Transferring that to you... done. Something to report? Okay. Didn't see that one coming. No need to say any more. I know what it's about. He's convinced he deserves a promotion, which to him means a transfer, a command post, maybe a new ship and a big office. Do you know him well? What do you think of him? Fair enough. Clearly patience isn't his strong suit. I thought the constant stream of messages was a bit much. If he's gonna be sending people here. Alright, I received some good advice from someone in the Vanguard recently, and I'm gonna run with it. I'd like you to deliver this message to Bastion on my behalf. The full authority of Vanguard leadership. He's gonna be the first and only recipient of a new commendation. Quite an honor. I hope he appreciates it. Please, give him my regards.
Voltar pra lá.
Ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're clear to use lethal force if necessary.
Sigamos.
Marquez is alright, I guess. Yeah, she's gonna be lucky to have me as a boss. You look like you've got news. It better be good news. Okay, come on. Don't keep me in suspense. When do I ship out? What? How could it be better? Oh, come on. Quit messing with me and just tell me already.
Com declaração especial. Surpresa.
Huh. Okay. Commendation, huh? That's not so bad. Bet Reyna doesn't have one. Thanks for doing the legwork here. I'm not gonna forget that you helped me out. And someday, when I'm running the Vanguard, I'm gonna make sure you get paid big time. For now, though, my account's a little light, so this is the best I can do. But really, I mean it. I'm gonna remember this.
Só isso. Marte.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. You're cleared to land. Enjoy your stay at Sidonia.
Pronto.
This is a dangerous assignment, but you all are here because you can handle it.
Interest you in a new assignment? No one else I'd rather have doing it. You heard right. These terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC Brass doesn't like that. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life, ensure we've got intel on any possible new alien threats. Which means, we need someone to track down said aliens, and harvest samples from them. And not just any sample from these animals is gonna do either. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires specific cells from specific family lines of some oftentimes unfriendly creatures. But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your wheelhouse, well, I figured we might be able to recruit you for the task.
Pode contar comigo?
Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec this as a one-person job, but I convinced them this sort of task merits expert backup. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you. You'll have to convince her, of course, but I don't think she'll fight you too badly. I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so pay her a visit before you head out. Now, let's get you the details of your first quarry.
Pronto.
Here you go. Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here. I'll have a tech waiting outside to collect them from you. And so you know.
Subir até aqui embaixo.
Captain, looks like we missed each other back at Mast. Listen, I just wanted to say, I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But what you've done for Percival, for me, for everyone. Well, there aren't words to express how grateful I am. He said that? I mean, I guess. You're sure you'd really want me to come with you? Yeah, maybe. I have to admit, that trip to Londinian whetted my appetite for field work. I saw myself at the TMD for the long haul, but if Percival already okayed this, then I'm in. If you really need backup out there, I'll watch your six. Yeah, I think so too. Thank you for the offer. Really. It was unexpected, but I think this will be for the best. Both for me and for the settled systems.
Daí é os companion, só tripulantes de nave.
I'll head out soon. I just need to talk to Percival before I go. He's gonna get an earful for arranging this without talking to me about it first. See you, Captain.
Pronto. Vamos para Frota Escarlate. Quer dizer, antes da Frota Escarlate.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander? Pausetti, you've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn, that must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard, take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Pronto. Visita chegando.
Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDev. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer. It appears he's certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the operations center of the UC Vigilance. SysDev's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key
Eu vou ser
element that we've
o
been
cara que vai se infiltrar e vai ver a membro da tropa escalarte no final das contas. E vou derrubar essa facção.
Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses.
Que se eu for intenso pra essa facção ia ser excesso de facção militar.
Getting
Pode ser
inside
dizer.
is going to take some finesse.
Eu só faço parte da facção dos Seifs. Eu tô na vanguarda.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, I would have told Commander Tuala to send someone else. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDev, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Pronto.
You have your
Operação secreta. Tem essa mulher ainda pra falar?
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
Vocês querem que eu roube ladrões?
Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Segurança.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
Sei muito bem o que é violência.
Then you'll understand why it's so important that this operation is successful. Anyway, before I let you go, there's just one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Falou minha língua?
Commander Akande came up with the idea. He was concerned you might not help us simply because it was the right thing to do. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden, and with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Well, Captain, if you're looking for rocks, I think you found the perfect place to start.
Tá certo isso daqui ainda? Tá.
Watch out for the robots. They're surprising.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. Here's an idea. Why don't you shout that louder so everyone at UC Security hears? Either show me what you're trying to unload or get the hell out of here. Whoa, way too hot for me. That stuff is nothing but bad news. Why don't you take your
Tem uma
shipment
missão
and try somewhere
secundária
else?
antigamente que ensinava a fazer. Olha. Só que eu não lembro qual que é.
Oh yeah. Well, I got some bad news for you, love.
Amanhã eu vou dar uma variada no canal. Como tá quase chegando no nível 100, falta pouca coisa para fazer de conquista do jogo base. Amanhã é mais provável que eu jogue o The Alert ou o Assassin's Creed 2.
You got a point there, love. All right, I'll take a chance. There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
I was just thinking about you.
I swear that warning klaxon so... We have the tech to instantly jump across the universe. You'd think someone would have invented a way to keep rocks out of boots.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Almost.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Sem problemas.
Right down to business. And no small talk. I like it. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
Eu resolvo.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Essa mina é um... Ou é a companhia é especialista em alguma coisa do canal.
Will you join me for a while? You strike me as someone with an interesting story. Call it scholar's intuition. Meeting a kindly stranger is always a blessing. What brings you to Sidonia? Oh, you're a captain. I'm a traveler myself. I've spent years in the space lanes conducting research for a book I intend to write. I envy you the company of others on your voyages through the Starfield. I hope the Blackest Sea has been kind to you and your crew. Would you? I've never worked on a crew before, but the idea does appeal to me. The older I get, the lonelier the void seems. Are you willing to pay? I dislike taking money from friends, but I'll need some credits to stow my ship at Sidonia's spaceport. I'll work to make it up to you, naturally.
30.000?
Let me think about it. I hear you. Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but you do have a point. All right, I'll do it. I can pay the rest of the fees out of pocket.
15?
Then we have an accord. I need to speak to someone at the spaceport about stowing my ship.
Okay. Hello.
Especialista em míssil. Defensivo.
Hello.
Fusão.
Hi there, friend. I'm looking to join a crew. Any openings? No more than the average crew.
Percebe.
Why is that? Yeah, I hope so. In my experience, yeah, I hope so. You know what? I may be starting to like. You know what? I like you. Maybe we can work something out. You drive a hard bargain, but I'm on board.
7.
Thanks. Where are you sending me?
Depois vou colocar ele em algum lugar.
Let me know when you have an assignment for me.
Sobrou quanto? 507.
Did you want to discuss something?
Sidonia's not so bad. Honest work, good pay.
Something I can help you with?
Adler Camp.
Adler, you said?
Look. Hey. Oh. I told him I'd pay up next. Come on. Look.
Tem alivio.
I haven't got. What? Sure. I guess I.
Manipulação.
You're. Please. Tell us.
Just smell it.
Andar principal. Daqui eu falei que não adianta porque é só para cobrar dívida. Então, não tem tanta importância a conversa com ele, não.
Don't want to catch yourself with a loose grip on your equipment.
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message? Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates? I'm interested. Come on. You're not shopping for real estate here. I'm offering you a crack at some real money. So can you handle it or what? That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
16. Lógico.
You betting your life on that? Because the only way out of our organization is with a warhead up your grav drive. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
Se der resolvido.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
Não tinha terminado a conversa, não?
Pilot of the... All right. And what are your intentions with these crewmen?
Frota Escarlate. Pronto.
Not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is not something I am going to do, not until you reveal your intentions. As far as you are concerned, I am Austin Rake. You want him? You're going to have to kill me. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port. That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
This unpleasantness aside, the people of New Homestead will be grateful for these supplies.
Thank you for letting us go. I thought we were dead. I can't believe it.
Just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice? I'm gonna break you open!
Eliminado. Níquel. Eliminado? Mentir.
No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yup, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Estelares.
Where did Adler find you? The Sanctum? Word of advice, save the cryptic shit for someone who cares. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Não, é aqui mesmo. Errou o alvo na frente ainda. Não tinha tirado essa gestor de interposto da nave, não?
Commander Ikonde wants to see you. Follow me. I had a friend on the Regana. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave. Pardon. The fleet killed a buddy of mine.
You have permission to speak freely. We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. That was quick thinking on your part. Selfless and creative. Our regular agents can be a little too rigid, because they're trained to follow orders. Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem. Ah, so I take it you have good news. Were you able to join the fleet?
Passei no primeiro teste.
Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on a good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
Contar a chave.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
Yeah.
In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission.
Ah, lógico que por você ficar mais tempo com a Frota Escarlate, você ficar do lado deles. Do lado da frota. E trair esses, né? É que você fica mais infiltrado, mas trabalhando com a frota.
First mission in the books and no casualties. Good work.
We got a wager going over whether the fleet would let you in or leave you for dead.
Apertei o botão errado, é pra ter apertado o X. Apesar que isso daqui é só 2 a 10, não é tão fácil para se perder. Chegamos.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Engenharia.
Wow, thanks, Professor. That's just terribly fascinating. I'll be certain to pass that on to the maintenance crew who have to use baling wire to keep the plating from peeling off. Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key, but it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right, history time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh?
Hello, everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactalk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled system. His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted
everything
list
the fleet
for
needs
every
right here.
major law enforcement
Of course you've
agency
gotta pay
in the
for it.
galaxy.
Remember,
I am, of course,
on the
speaking
Key,
of the self-appointed
credits
leader of the Crimson Fleet himself,
What the hell is
Jasper
this?
Cricks.
All
Good
right,
evening,
all right.
Mr.
Hang
Cricks.
on, Nav. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands
Thank
full.
you
for
accepting my
sweet.
invitation.
I'm trying to give a
Yes,
tour here.
well,
So you want to tell me
being
why those
blindfolded
damn doors
and
are
then Grav
sealed?
jumped to what appears
It's called
to be
a
an abandoned mining
malfunction.
facility.
You know, that
isn't
thing
exactly
I
what
spend
call
most of
an
my day dealing with.
indication.
Believe me, my people are
Well,
on it.
I'm sure you're not
for
surprised
once.
that your request for an interview would come with some
And
very
you
specific
always,
conditions.
Angel.
Frankly,
This
I was
here
a bit
is
surprised to
Jazz.
receive any
You
type
need
of
anything
response
for
at
your
all.
ship? She's got you covered.
Would you mind telling me why
We'll
you
hit up the
decided
depot next
to
since
do
these
this
doors
interview?
have given out on us.
Because there comes a
So
time in every
anyway, we were
pirate's
talking
life
about
where
the Lock.
they have to make an
About
extremely
100 years
important
ago,
decision.
the prisoners down there rioted
Do
and
they
took over
take
the
a leap
place.
and become one of the
After
most
stealing some ships, they were
legendary pirates
actually
in
able to
history?
make it up here
Or
and
do
took
they
over
simply
the Key.
sputter on, subsisting
About
on
time you brought
freighters
us new
and
blood,
deep
neighbor.
space privateers?
I was getting tired of trading
So are
with
we
the
to
same
assume
old
that you are
faces.
taking the leap?
You're
that
just
Jasper
ticked
Cricks
everyone's
is
getting wise
moving
to your
on
ridiculous
bigger and better
prices,
things in
Elutra.
his life. That's
Anyway,
spot on, Gail.
welcome to the depot, Rook.
That's
Well, you'll be
exactly
lucky
why
if these
you're here.
blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Well then, would you mind sharing
whoa.
with us
It's not our
exactly what
fault
your
that people don't
particular
appreciate how much it
entails?
costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the
due
Key.
time.
Neva's
In a
just
rush.
whining because she thinks she lost a ton of
In
cash
fact, I'd
selling
say
us a
we have at
shipment
least
of
12
gear.
hours before
She
the
should have done her
authorities trace
homework.
this broadcast.
Yeah,
Plenty of
sure,
time to
laugh it
discuss
up.
whatever you like.
I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates.
All right then. Perhaps
move
the
on.
best place to start this interview would
Back
be
to my
at the
story.
beginning of your career.
After the liberated
Please,
prisoners grabbed the Key,
proceed.
they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the
Excursão
crimson
pela
began.
nave da Frota Escalar.
Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, Meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Radley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
Segurança.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. Whew, that's a relief. And here I was, worried that you've come here to eventually replace me. Get with it, Rook. The only sacrifice you're going to be making is a portion of your credits to the fleet. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Já tava na hora.
Yes, about time you shut up and listened. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core. We're officially done here. No, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Delgado.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
Cheguei.
Ah, there's our other new recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You and everyone else on this station. Keep following orders, and you'll get paid. It's as simple as that. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out
Uma facção pra vida toda. Se não quiser, morre. Isso aí tem que morrer.
Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself. Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC System.
Só vamos logo com isso.
Sounds like someone wants to get down to business. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
16.000.
Yeah. I always thought heat leeches were just pests.
Eu acho que ela não vai querer me vender nave ainda. Vamos tentar.
So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook.
Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good. It may not be wider.
Vamos
I
adiantar
can
essa parte
guarantee
porque a
you
missão ela vem dia
get the
9.
best anything that keeps the... Just let me know when you want it. Sure. It's not like I'm busy keeping this... Shop's always open as...
S. Pensei que essa nave é melhor. Não apareceu ainda para vender a outra. B. Aqui é C, mas não cabe quase nada.
Here to upgrade that ship of yours? No, but... I bet you would. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look.
Nível 1. Multifrequência. Ah, cadê ele? Ah, tá aqui. A arma nível C. Reator C também. Motor C. Não pareceu uma nave melhor pra comprar, depois vou tentar montar uma própria.
Never do a job unprepared.
This might be a good location for a settlement.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
That is why we're here. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut. You got that?
Fine.
All right, listen up because I am only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me.
Parece simples.
It's so simple, even a rook like you can't screw it up.
Hold on, no scrapping? How the hell am I supposed to make money around here?
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, then you need to follow one simple rule. When you're on a job, you do exactly what I say. No questions asked. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice bar without a ship. You will be dead within hours.
Yeah.
Entendido.
Oh, and there's one more thing. Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside. We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving.
Trocar de arma. Pronto, foi analisado. O negócio bugou? Ah, tem que coletar os 500 negócio orgânico. Depois compensa a habilidade de paralisar o tempo e tá carregando rápido pra caramba. Ela viva ainda?
The enemy's here, Captain.
Agora que apareceu.
Here we go. Just getting started. The heck?
Fiber.
My kill. My share. What's up? Get on!
I ain't even breaking a sweat over here!
Covering fire! Go, go! Head up! I got you!
Agora vai.
Whoa! Something's out there. I'm going for it. Come on.
Apareceu.
Breaking sweat.
Pronto. Falei com Delgado.
Here we are. The place where Jasper Griggs laid the groundwork for finding the legacy and eventually the Crimson Fleet. The Lock.
Engenharia de interposto.
Yeah? Oh, good. I don't want the place collapsing on us.
I've been down here several times in the last few years. As long as we keep the damage to a minimum, we shouldn't have any problems. All right, let's keep moving. Standing out here isn't doing us any good.
Pronto.
This ID card cost a small fortune. Let's hope it pays off. We are in.
Continue explorando.
Let's go.
Thanks.
Eu vou salvar, vou terminar por aqui. Aí eu volto amanhã, vou jogar ou da Light ou Assassin's Creed 2. Fazer um save manual. Que ainda não fiz hoje. Sempre é bom não contar com a sorte. Tô quase para pegar 96. Deixa eu dar uma olhada no negócio antes. Armas pesadas. 50 de 100. Quatorze de 30. Terminando por aqui, então, falou.